Good day, everybody. It's Andrew here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Tomorrow is a huge day for Social Security benefits. January 12th. Depending on when you're watching this video, today could be the 12th. It could have already passed. But either way, as of filming this video, that's tomorrow. It's a huge day. And in a lot of ways, it's a great day for Social Security benefits and beneficiaries. But in a lot of ways, it really marks kind of a down point as well. So kind of confusing, but there's a lot to cover in this video, guys. Before we jump into it, do me a quick favor. As always, please like my video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share my channel with anyone else who you think might find this helpful. This is a community for seniors, and my job here is to be a voice for you and be a voice for seniors to make sure President Biden keeps his promise to increase Social Security benefits, increase SSI and SSDI, and even approve a stimulus check for seniors in this next stimulus package. So my job here is to do the research and bring the news to you guys that most affects seniors, things like Social Security changes, what's going on in politics, the economy, things that affect your retirement like stocks, bonds, real estate, pretty much everything across the board, really geared towards seniors, Social Security benefits, and people who are retired. And of course, people on SSI and SSDI, those people who are disabled as well. So that's my channel. That's my job here, guys. And I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So thank you for your support. And for those of you who can afford to do so, if you'd like to become a channel member, the link to that is going to be in the comments here of this video. You click that link. Then you go to my YouTube channel and hit join. That's going to allow you to support my work. It's a little monthly donation. It allows me to do this full time so I can actually do this as my job, do the research, really build this community, and give you guys the news that affects seniors the most. But if you can't afford it, I completely understand. Just watching my videos and being in this community is all the support we need. But to those of you who have been able to become a member, thank you so much for your support. So guys, let's jump right into today's update and let me know in the comments, how are you guys doing today? Are you guys feeling good? Are you guys feeling okay? It's been a little weird start to the year, right? Things are getting worse when it comes to the illness, right? Globally and in the United States, things are getting worse. Then when it comes to the economy, we have Jerome Powell talking about raising interest rates. So then the economy's pretty shaky right now, pretty unstable. People are worried things are going to get worse. Then we have Congress actually considering giving more stimulus to businesses like restaurants and things that might be affected if things start to close down or if demand goes down because people are just scared to go out. And then at the same time, we have our community here and seniors waiting for a stimulus check for seniors, waiting for everything President Biden promised, right? He promised to increase benefits to enough of an amount that no senior would have to live in poverty. That was something he promised on the campaign trail. I'm not making this up. So this is why we keep him to his word. Then Bernie Sanders wants to do a stimulus check for seniors in this package. Some people call it a debit card. Some people call it a voucher. Whatever you want to call it, it's supposed to be a debit card you can use anywhere Visa is accepted and be anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000. Well, we've been pretty excited about this idea, and we've been talking about this for a couple of months. And of course, Joe Manchin once again continued to be an issue. And now at this point, if you've been watching the news or following my videos, you know that Joe Manchin basically brought negotiations to a complete halt. Now, we have the White House saying that behind the scenes, negotiations continue. They're still trying to get things figured out. But then you have Joe Manchin going on Fox News and CNN telling people, like, hey, don't even ask me about the Build Back Better stimulus package because we're not even negotiating on it. Like, we haven't talked about it in like 2 weeks. So it leaves us a little bit confused. Like, why is the White House saying they're still negotiating and then Joe Manchin's saying they're not? Like, who's telling the truth here? Who's lying? And what's their motive? Like, why would they not be just telling us the truth? Because obviously, one side here is not being honest. And if I had to give you my opinion, and I'm going to get to the news about tomorrow really quick, guys, and what that means and kind of why I started out the video with that title. But I just wanted to recap that it looks like, quite honestly, things right now are kind of in a standstill. Like, negotiations are frozen, but that doesn't mean they're not going to start back up, right? I truly believe negotiations are going to start back up. The package is going to get done, but quite frankly, it's going to be really stripped down. I mean, it's going to be extremely disappointing. Like, when you think about the fact that this package started off being like 3.5 trillion, Then they lowered it to 1.8 or 1.75. That was supposedly what Joe Manchin said he was okay with. Then a couple of weeks ago, he said, you know what, that's off the table. We don't want to do it at all. To be honest with you, it seems like the package is going to end up being somewhere around $1 trillion, which sounds insane, right? It's like literally a quarter of the size of what it was supposed to be. But then you think about what could they include in $1 trillion package, right? And what are their priorities? What's going to make it in? And if we look at what's going on in the news, Joe Biden and Democrats really need to get their climate agenda done. See, when they had this global summit, the G20 summit, and the United States is supposed to be a leader when it comes to climate change, they got basically the entire world to agree to a climate initiative to cut green gas emissions by a certain amount in the next 10 years. And that stuff was supposed to end up in the Build Back Better stimulus package. So when you think about it, if we have the president of the United States, the most powerful country in the world, going across the world, getting people to agree, other countries to agree, to lower emissions, and then we can't even do it ourselves, that's going to look really bad politically. So that's something that they're definitely going to get done. Some form of that is going to end up in this package. It's not going to be as aggressive as Democrats would like, but that's going to have to get done. Then Democrats also want to tackle things like climate change, immigration. Those are kind of like their two other biggest things they're trying to tackle. Those things may or may not make it in, right? If I had to guess, there's a 50-50 chance. Even if it makes it in, it's going to be some watered-down version of those bills. Now, what you're all here for, stimulus checks for seniors and the expansion of Medicare, as well as more funding for affordable housing. Now, affordable housing, that'll probably make it in, but it's probably going to be stripped down. It's not going to be anything amazing. Now, the Medicare expansion, if I had to guess, I'm guessing here based off of, I have my pulse on politics. I watch this stuff every single day, so I kind of have a good intuition. If I had to guess, I would say there's a 60-40 chance. I do think the hearing expansion is still going to make it in, but there is a 40% chance it's going to be completely cut out. And that leaves us with the question, will the $1,000 voucher for seniors make it in this package, right? Now, this is what Bernie Sanders has been trying to include in this package, and he's saying that it's to help seniors pay for medical expenses. So when you think about it, if they're cutting out the Medicare expansion, the only thing that might be in is hearing care, and even that might be cut out. Then Bernie Sanders has been saying, well, if you're going to cut the Medicare expansion, we have to double down on the stimulus check for seniors. And honestly, obviously, I agree, right? That's our community. We support seniors. We want seniors to live in a retirement of dignity. So that leaves us in a situation where it's going to be a stripped down package. It's going to be completely decimated, but we're still clinging on to the hope that Bernie Sanders will fight to include that stimulus check for seniors in that package. So I'm going to talk about more on that in just a minute, but quickly I want to talk about January 12th. Tomorrow is such a huge day, and I want to talk about why. And why is it a good day and why is it a bad day? This is the first pay date for people on Social Security benefits with their larger benefits, including the 5.9% COLA adjustment. So that's good news, right? We have millions of seniors getting their first Social Security payment of 2022, and it's going to be much bigger than it was last year because of the COLA adjustment. So that's the good news, right? Seniors are getting bigger monthly checks. People who got $1,000 before are now going to get about $1,080, something like that. It's going to go up a little bit, but the bad news is it's not enough, right? So it's a stark reminder of how far we've come. We have had somewhat of an increase, but we still don't have the stimulus checks for seniors, and we still don't have the larger increases that President Biden promised on the campaign trail. Like I said, folks, I did not make this stuff up. President Biden, when he was campaigning, one of his biggest promises was to increase benefits across the board to make sure that not a single senior was forced to live in poverty after paying into Social Security their entire life. So this isn't a handout. This isn't charity. It's not welfare. This is a program that you paid into your entire life, and then they promised to allow you to live in a retirement of dignity, and now they're giving you like $700-800 a month, right? So it almost makes it feel like a Ponzi scheme when you make someone work their whole lives, pay every week for 40 years, and then you give them a measly $800. It's completely ridiculous, right? So that's the bad news, folks. It's a stark reminder where although you're going to get your checks tomorrow, if you're in that first wave, and then the next wave is going to get it next Wednesday, and the next wave the Wednesday after that. So although you're going to get your check, it's going to be bigger than it usually was, and you're going to be a little happy about it, right? It's going to feel good, but then you're going to turn around and you're going to pay your bills, you're going to buy food, you're going to pay your rent, and obviously you know this better than I do. Everything has gone up even more than 5.9%. Rent is going up on average like 10%. Food has gone up. Certain foods are up 20, 30%. Gas is up like 40, 50% depending on where you are in the country. Everything is completely expensive. So now more than ever, seniors need this increase that President Biden promised to do on the campaign trail. So although tomorrow, January 12th, is such an exciting day, it's a good day in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways, it's also a bad day. And I just wanted to take the time to let you guys know that I am here for you. No matter what happens, no matter how difficult things get, no matter how long it takes for Congress to keep their promise to increase Social Security benefits, to increase SSI and SSDI, to approve this stimulus check for seniors to help them pay for medical expenses. No matter how difficult things get and how kind of negative things can feel and how frustrating it can be when things take way too long, I am here for you. I'm here to be a voice for you, and I will not stop doing my job, guys. And I'm not going to lie, it's been difficult for me too. This takes a toll on me emotionally. I mean, to watch the news every single day and gather the research and see people like Chuck Schumer saying, hey, let's do $200 a month until the pandemic is over for seniors and SSI and SSDI. Bernie Sanders saying, let's do a $2,000 check for seniors. Nancy Pelosi saying, let's do a fourth stimulus check. And to sit here and be optimistic right here with you, working for seniors, hoping seniors get the help that they deserve, and then to constantly see things take too long. Even with the second and third stimulus check. We talked about on this channel the second stimulus check for like 8 or 9 months. That was 8 or 9 months. It was a roller coaster of emotions, folks. I am right there with you. I've got my days where I feel optimistic. Then I've got my days where I feel disappointed and I feel like it's never going to happen. And then at the end of the day, after 9 months, we got the second stimulus check. Then a few months later, we got the third stimulus check. So now we're in January. It's been about 10 months since we had the last stimulus check. So it's about as long as it took between the first and the second stimulus check, but we still don't have this fourth stimulus check, right? Whether it's a nationwide check for everybody or it's just a fourth stimulus check for seniors, we still don't have this at a national level. Now, there's been some state level stimulus checks. We talk about that on this channel as well. It's another reason why I tell you to subscribe, because if you're on my channel every day, you're going to see that every state is approving stimulus checks at the state level at different times, right? I mean, not every single state's done it, but a lot of states are doing this. So that's something that I've been helping you guys with as well, letting you know when states are doing checks at the state level. But most of those, to be quite honest with you, have been for like teachers, people who are teachers or principals, things like that, or people who are frontline workers, or even people who are unemployed got additional stimulus checks, or families with kids have gotten some at the state level as well. It's just, there's this huge movement to give families with kids stimulus checks, and I support that. I mean, my family grew up working class as well. We never had a ton of money, right? Kind of like an average family. So I get it. Like, they need the help. But seniors, you can't even argue with it, just objectively. I mean, I know I can be biased because my community is seniors, or you guys are my community. But, I mean, just think about it. If you have a senior who has paid taxes for 30, 40, 50 years, and then they're not getting the stimulus check, but then families are getting a monthly stimulus check, and these families are in the prime of their career, I mean, it's just objectively not fair, right? You can even go as far back as the first stimulus check. Remember, adult dependents didn't get the stimulus check. We had a $1,200 stimulus check for adults in the first check, and then we had a $500 stimulus check for dependents, but adult dependents didn't count. So that literally made zero sense. We had seniors at the time who had been working for 40 years, paid taxes every week for like 4 decades, and then now they live with their children. Their children take care of them, so they claim them on their taxes. And now because of that, they didn't get the stimulus check. But then we had, we literally had people who were unemployed, not working, getting checks every week. But then seniors didn't get the dependent check. I mean, it's completely a mess, guys. And seniors, that's when I knew, like, I had to build this channel around the senior community, and you guys answered. You guys came. We built this channel to 114,000 members, and guys, I thank every single one of you for your support. You guys all make this possible, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do this full time. So thank you so much for your support. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to keep fighting, and although January 12th is a huge day, it's a good day and a bad day, right? And it's just a reminder that we're not going to stop fighting. We're going to keep fighting for seniors. Again, we're going to hold Joe Biden to his word to increase Social Security benefits, increase SSI and SSDI. We're going to keep tabs on Bernie Sanders' fight as he keeps fighting for this $1,000 to $2,000 stimulus check voucher for seniors, trying to include it in this next stimulus package. Of course, we're going to have constant updates from Chuck Schumer as Nancy Pelosi as they supposedly keep fighting for seniors and the next stimulus package, although recently those two seem to be more focused on voting rights, which is fine, but it's a little disappointing to see they're kind of shifting their focus away from seniors and the stimulus package. Then, of course, we have Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, who have been opposing this package, and Kyrsten Sinema we really haven't heard much from. It almost seems like they're using Joe Manchin as a scapegoat to kind of blame him and like let the other Democrats off the hook, including Kyrsten Sinema, right? So we have a lot of updates to come, folks. The White House continues to work to try and get this package done. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to keep you posted on this next stimulus package, Social Security news as things might be changing, as well as daily trending news and just economic news that affects seniors in general. Things that affect your retirement like Social Security, the stock market, the bond market, the real estate market, interest rates, and how that might affect your retirement portfolio or your home's value, things like that. So please subscribe. And again, guys, if you can afford to do so, please consider becoming a channel member. The link to that is going to be in the comments of this video. It's a monthly donation, and basically the main point is to support my work, allow me to do this full time, and in return, I'll give you shout outs on my videos, thanking you for becoming a member. You also get priority response to comments, so if you comment on my videos, there's basically a 100% chance I'll be responding to your comments. So that is pretty much it for today, folks. A huge day for Social Security, but again, a good day and also a bad day, but a strong reminder that we have to keep fighting, guys. So with that said, I hope you're all having a great day out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.